uglier than Ken Barbie.
Nicki Minaj tweets, and this is on July 15th. Y'all remember that man from TDE who kept bullying me on Twitter for no reason? We have the receipts. LOL, I never even responded to him. What was his name again, y'all? I'm going to give him a nickname. I'm going to call him minus 30 million. It's from DJ Ratademics himself. It is from Mr. BJ Suckademics. He says, how does Doechii manage to lose more than 30 million listeners? Did the guy who buys the TDE bots go missing? So apparently Nicki Minaj is making a reference to Top Dog Entertainment artist Doechii, who seemingly had 60 million listeners and then is now at 33 million listeners. Let me actually do my due diligence and fact check this. I'm just going to go to has 33 million monthly listeners. I think that's pretty good. I think one could probably argue that the reason why Doechii had this spike in monthly listeners is because of this song Anxiety. I'm not a fan of the track, but apparently it's been listened to 375 million times. I think that between the release of Anxiety and the Grammy win, along with the Grammy performance, I think that that kind of tends to boost your monthly listeners a bit. And I think that people have a fundamental misunderstanding of how monthly listeners work. It's like, if this many people listen to you in a month, then that's how they determine monthly listeners. And then if those people don't listen to you next month, then the monthly listeners drop. It's like shockingly kind of easy to see why they would drop. But Nicki Minaj says that it's according to, it's because Doechii has bots. Now, Punch posted a song called Broken Barbies, and Nicki thought it was about her, so she did a lot. Nicki doesn't like Doechii because she unfollowed Nicki during the Bigfoot situation. Oh, okay. So it's possible that Nicki Minaj is chronically online and reacts viscerally when people do things like unfollow them. Now, to be fair to Nicki Minaj, if Punch was promoting a song called Broken Barbie, I could see why Nicki Minaj might think that's about her. This is a world premiere. Let's see what's going on. Because she is tweeting about this guy bullying her on the same day that he puts out this song called Broken Barbies. So I think it's fair to assume that one might have to do with the other. So let's see. Yeah, I'm not... I don't know. I don't know. Let me see some of the responses to this tweet. Oh, would you look at that? The very first response is, this has nothing to do with Nicki. This is the name of a song. This is what Nicki is mad about. Lyrics don't make sense, but love a queen with it. Okay. I don't think this song is about Nicki Minaj. We get this tweet that says, Mercury retrograde, don't take the bait, LOL silly goose. Now, me personally, I read this tweet and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what any of those words mean when put together, right? Now, you would be shocked to discover, okay, that Nicki Minaj would see this tweet, Mercury retrograde, don't take the bait, LOL silly goose, right? And Nicki Minaj would respond like so. I believe I have her Twitter here. Go draw your freckles back on, Buki. Liar, liar, pants on fire, sounding like a fucking dead dog. Why? Why? And then SZA responds, I don't give a fuck about none of that weird shit you poppin'. Now, me personally, I think that's a fantastic response because, and you know, somebody says gagged, OMG, because truly, what is Nicki Minaj talking about? Go draw your freckles back on Buki. Hashtag justice for Demaray. Hashtag deposition Perez. I'm not gonna pretend to know what's going on there. Liar, liar, pants on fire. What did SZA lie about in this tweet? How did that how did that? What is one leads to the other, right? So she says, "Draw your freckles back on. You sound like a dead dog," which is crazy. SZA says, "I don't give a fuck about none of that weird shit you popping." I think that's an appropriate clapback. Okay. Now the kids call this a ratio. If you look closely, right? Nicki Minaj's tweet saying that SZA sounds like a dead dog has 61,000 likes. And SZA saying, "I actually don't care," has 230,000 likes. Wow. And it's just a reply. She didn't even quote this. She just replied to Nicki Minaj. Team Minaj comes in. An account that goes by Stats of Minaj tweeted something at SZA that was so mean. Apparently, even the hellscape that is the site formerly known as Twitter.com said, "Visibility limited. This post may violate X's rules against hateful conduct." What did this Stan account say to SZA? Jesus Christ. Let's see. "You didn't eat this. Nicki richer than you, prettier than you, and more successful than you. Watch your mouth, you mutt." Wow. That's crazy. I mean, SZA just said she didn't really care about what Nicki was popping. And this person calls her a mutt. You know, big Nicki Stan account, 120,000 followers. #1 Nicki Minaj page. Great look for Team Minaj. But SZA would actually reply to this and say, "Calling a black woman a mutt to defend another black woman is so cooked. Open the schools." SZA, once again, with, in my opinion, a hit tweet. Great reply. I liked and reposted it. Another Nicki Minaj fan page comes out the woodwork. "Have you lost your fucking mind?" This is from Maya Minaj. This person's followed by Nicki Minaj. Wow. SZA is becoming frustrated. Absolutely. You ain't heard the album that went #1 13 weeks. That should have let you know I'm out my mind. Now, we're still looking at this from SZA's perspective. Soon we're going to go over to Nicki Minaj's page and see how she's handling the situation. SZA's out here battling Nicki bots. Another account says, "You really don't want to start this, girl. If you were crying before, you really gonna cry now when the barbs get at you." It's a threat. SZA says, "I got bullied by millions online every day, then stepped my ass out on a packed stadium tour where people show me real love in real life." It's a nice perspective. "My parents are healthy, and I'm the most successful I have ever been. Get some fucking perspective and bark at the wall." SZA is effectively slapping down Nicki bots. Now here we go. I find this very interesting. "Baby, you inserted yourself in some shit that didn't involve you. You are not the victim." Now this is fascinating because Nicki definitely mentioned SZA first. Interesting. And SZA reminds them of this. "I wasn't even talking about or to anyone. I had just gotten off stage," subtle flex, "talking about retrograde. Niggas added me. The fuck yes, I'm mad. Now do you need that?" SZA, once again, telling these bots to go outside. Oh, we got another one. "Girl, you on a joint tour. Do that shit solo. I want to see something." Wow. So this person, who is followed by Nicki Minaj. Wow. What an achievement. So these people are fighting on behalf of Nicki Minaj. This person says, "You on a joint tour. Do that shit solo. I want to see something." SZA's SOS tour has grossed $100 million. Wow. Ooh. Ooh. Now, what would the Nicki gang respond to this with? Let's see. Yeah, SZA on timing. This is Nicki Minaj dealing with a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction. Not gonna make too big a deal out of that. Happens to everyone. Can't gag me when both my faves grossed over 100 million on tour as well. Look at how we shift the goalpost. This person says, prove you did it solo. SZA says, here is the proof. This person now says, well, I also am a fan of other artists that have done that. Nah, you're just a hater. Imagine getting ratioed this hard by somebody that has no face. That's tough. SZA says, you know what? Let me get back to work. Y'all have a blessed night. See you tomorrow for night 2 in Paris. And that's it. On SZA's end, that seems to be all she wrote. SZA comes out relatively unscathed. Now, let's check and see how Nicki Minaj handled this situation from the initial start off point. Go draw freckles on, you're a liar, etc. Okay. Oh man. And then Nicki Minaj says, bitch looking and sounding like she got stung by a bee, ... draws on my fake freckles. Called it the B word. I don't think that's very nice. I don't know what SZA did to deserve being called out of her name. I don't think that's kind. Oh, but there's more. This, SZA says that, you know, I spent too much time online. I would like to go back and focus on the tour, the people. Nicki Minaj says, shut up, ugly. I'm in a meeting, so I don't know if you were still talking shit or not. So if you didn't, I'll delete later. Oh, wow. This is shocking to me. SZA simply says that she's going back to the stage, and Nicki Minaj calls her ugly and a hoe. So, you know, I feel like that's a pretty mature way to handle the situation. Nicki would go on to post unflattering pictures, in her opinion, of Punch and SZA. Bitch damn near broke that man back and leg. Bitch fat, chubby, and skinny at the same damn time. I mean, you know, I used to listen to a lot of Nicki Minaj music, but if I was a current fan, I would struggle to find, I would struggle to make sense of this. This seems kind of rude. What did SZA do exactly to Nicki Minaj? She maybe called her a silly goose. I ain't never seen an artist this publicly insecure and offended over nothing. You are a black woman making fun of another black woman, and you wonder why nobody likes you. Interesting take. Somebody just responded with SZA holding Grammys. I hope Nicki Minaj didn't see that. That probably didn't make her feel good. Nicki Minaj is posting a picture of herself by the pool, squatting. Oh, this is an entire paragraph. Okay, hold on. Wait, does SZA think she's more successful than me? Y'all catch me up, please. SZA, if every song you've ever done vanished right now, the music business wouldn't even miss you? Seems kind of harsh. That's just not true. I've been to countries that never heard of you. I know you're not that stupid. Are you? Stadiums? Did you look at the venues I played on my own headline festival? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that SZA's not even reading any of this. SZA's on tour. So Nicki Minaj is kind of fighting a ghost right now because she says, wait, does SZA think that she's better than me? SZA just didn't say that. Nicki Minaj, another tweet here. Bitch put out a whole new album as a deluxe to an already existing album that was out for like a year or two, so the original album could break records. Like, what in the insecure lack of morals and integrity are you doing? Okay. I liked both releases, personally. Nicki Minaj is still going. Nicki Minaj is reposting AI overviews about how she's more successful than SZA. So, you know. Who are we trying to convince is kind of my question. Now we have Nicki Minaj reposting a video of somebody drawing on SZA's face because that's, again, she's more tweets about SZA. Nicki Minaj with another tweet. Apparently SZA, and let me squint here. In 2011, SZA said that Rihanna or Sierra can't hold a note worth a damn. Wow. Pretty crazy thing for SZA to say at the ripe young age of 21. But Nicki Minaj is, I guess, wants you to know that SZA is making fun of Rihanna's voice 14 years ago. Oh, man. She posted about it again. You bitch used to be on Twitter dissing Rihanna and C, but then when it's time to suck zick and get opportunities from them, she drew them freckles on and got to. Nicki Minaj is really dialed in on these freckles. Nicki Minaj would again make another repost about SZA. Is anybody keeping count?
No.
SZA's done. SZA's overseas. She's working. Nicki Minaj makes another post about SZA. Like, you know, the level of inside hate for yourself you have to have be this much of a. Oh, wow. C word. Nicki. Just that she's saying that SZA's an odd little weirdo. Oh, she's reposting her own. Oh, what did SZA say about Beyonce in 2011? Beyonce looking more and more like Madonna every day. Could have swore she was black at one point. Jesus Christ. Not a great look, SZA. Not great. But would we have discovered any of this if... I don't really see what this has to do with Nicki Minaj, but... We're still going. Oh, an AI overview saying that we are not currently in Mercury retrograde. So I guess this proves that... What? Exactly. We gonna call the bitch Mizza. Bitch been miserable going on 2 decades. That's unkind. Nicki Minaj repost a video of SZA and says, "Bye pumpkin, bye pumpkin."
I have a lot more freckles. For a while, like, I covered them because I wasn't born with them. Like, they developed through, like, high school.
Oh, she wasn't born with them. They developed through high school. Interesting. SZA looks very nice here, by the way.
And then I was already being teased for other shit, and I didn't want another reason for them to tease me, so I would just, like, cover them up. Now, it is what it is. Fuck it. I have to just let it go. My dad's, like, Orthodox Muslim.
Okay. This is SZA talking about her freckles, covering them up or whatever. And Nicki Minaj tweeted this with a GIF saying, "Bye pumpkin." I don't really know what that means, but what's important is that Nicki is still tweeting about SZA. The freckles are fake. She just lied for no reason. Are the freckles fake? Yes. Listen up, big freck. That's funny. Now we have Nicki reposting Grok. Nicki is reposting Grok. Nicki Minaj thrives in hip-hop's combative culture. Her online feuds... I can't even believe I'm reading a post from Grok right now. Oh, here's another post. This is just... she reposted SZA singing. Must have been that good old retro... This is a lot. This is actually far more than I expected. Minaj is now saying that SZA looked nice. It's weird because I remember her just calling her ugly, but maybe I imagine that. Imagine paying for botted streams then bragging about them as they're being taken away. You know what's so interesting? I would like to draw you all's attention to something since Nicki Minaj is playing this numbers game, talking about how many streams people have, saying that they're being taken away. Now, according to Nicki Minaj, there were artists at TDE who had their numbers inflated, but now the truth has come out, and that's why she's referring to TDE Punch as minus 30 million, right? So let's take a quick look here. Since things have now been set right, according to Nicki Minaj, let's take a look at Nicki Minaj, her numbers on Spotify currently. So I don't care about this, but since Nicki Minaj brought it up, Nicki Minaj has a staggering 46 million monthly listeners. I think that's very impressive. Now, let's take a look at where SZA is at. Oh. Oh, man. That's interesting. SZA has 74 million. And Nicki had a little over 40 million. I'm sure that doesn't matter. It's interesting because I thought things had been set right, you know? Nicki was posting about how Doechii lost all these streams, but somehow it's not hitting. Interesting. Whatever. I wasn't keeping count, but let's just do a rough estimate. How many times has Nicki Minaj tweeted about SZA just since yesterday? Somewhere in the neighborhood of 24 posts dedicated to SZA, who simply said, you know, I don't know about the weird shit you be popping, and Mercury retrograde something or other. Now, I know what you are thinking. Oh, what a shame. There's 200 people a part of this chat, and the game's all over. I do think it's important to draw our attention to this because I was trying to do a little bit more research into what exactly is going on, what's sparking this beef, what's happening, what are we missing? Did you know that Nicki Minaj has never won a Grammy? Now, me personally, I find that to be kind of surprising. Nicki Minaj is easily, inarguably, top 1, top 2 female rap artist of all time. I think that's kind of odd to have never won a Grammy. I don't know how the Barbs would adjust for that. I don't know how they would justify that. I don't know how that would. I mean, granted, this is just an AI overview, so maybe it's all made up. But how many Grammys does Cardi B have? This is just a related. She has one. Oh, Cardi has one. Good for her. Yeah, good for her. Now, what does this have to do with SZA? I prepped. I did my research. Okay. Whoa. SZA has 5? 5 Grammys? Ooh. That's weird. I would have thought that this person that Nicki was talking down to, like they were nobody, wouldn't have any Grammys, let alone 5. Wow, that's impressive. Interesting. SZA has a $100 million solo tour. She's on the biggest joint tour potentially of all time. She has a couple songs with a couple billion streams and 5 Grammys. Interesting. How many? Whoa, Meg Thee Stallion has 3 Grammys? Interesting. Maybe they're like botted Grammys. Huh. Oh, Megan has 5? Oh, she might have even more. This is AI overview, to be fair. But I think that anything more than 0 is kind of... Yeah, Doechii got 1. You know, I'm starting to actually notice a pattern. Meg has a Grammy. Cardi B has a Grammy. Doechii has a Grammy. SZA has 5. And Nicki Minaj doesn't like any of them. It's probably just a coincidence. And this doesn't even matter. I don't even know if this is all true. Nicki Minaj has beefed with Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, Lotto, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Stormy Webster, Ming Lee, JT, Ice Spice, Lil Kim, Remy Ma, Miley Cyrus, Mariah Carey. That can't all be true. I don't believe that. Somebody's lying. There's no way Nicki Minaj beefed with all those people. You know what? They probably all started it, to be fair. Let's give Nicki Minaj a break, all right? And for those of you that aren't familiar with the Meg situation, I can't really go into a whole lot of detail, but I can tell you that this was a part of it.
fragment, fragment foot, bitch. Get up on your good foot. Bitch, I said get up on your good foot, not your bad foot. Fuck was that? A diss or piss? Said it was hiss, I said piss. My fans called it piss.
All right. Okay, so what did we learn? Nicki Minaj has a problem with women with Grammys. For whatever reason, she has tweeted over 50,000 times. And I'm here to tell you that you probably shouldn't do that. Moral of the story is, if you are a successful black woman, do not engage with Nicki Minaj on Twitter unless you are following her and she follows you. I've been telling my sister, she just recently graduated college, and I was like, stay off Twitter. If Nicki Minaj finds out that you are succeeding, that you just got a job in your field fresh out of college, I don't want anything to happen to you. So I'm keeping my little sister off Twitter, a successful black woman. I mean, my mom has achieved so much. I would hate for Nicki Minaj to find out how great of a mother she is. So if you're a black woman out there and you find yourself overachieving, stay out of Nicki's orbit. Even if you don't say her name, she might find something that you posted and make it about her and how she deserves more.